I'm Tommy T-Bone, and what you are about to witness is pure greatness. I'm about to tell you a story about the greatest promotion ever created, March Madness. Take this journey with me, and you will see that during these dark economic times, when the rest of the world is pissing down their legs about the Great Depression to come, one sales organization stands alone, pushing the envelope, continuing to strive. They're not looking for the next recession. They're not holding back on spending. They're not looking around saying, hey, woe was me, I lost some business. What are they doing? They're pushing, they're going forward, and they're going forward with March Madness. And madness it might be. Come with me on this journey, and you will see greatness. You will see the greatest sales organization in the world, where it truly is madness. I'm Tommy T-Bone, and let's get crazy! Any documentary on March Madness must begin at the Thompson Company in Grand Island, Nebraska, where March Madness originated. When I arrived, I was greeted by a huge photo of the greatest sales team ever assembled, the 2008 Thompson staff, all 20 above the year prior. As I walked the hallways of Thompson, I couldn't help but feel like I was walking on sacred ground. There, for everyone to see, were the great names of March Madness past: Butts, Wrench, Boring. Every year was brought back to life before my eyes. Even the original bracket from the very first March Madness in 2005 was there when Terry the Tiger David and Joan Jet Leverett caught on fire in the title game to upset Butts and Foyt. I couldn't help but feel awestruck. Hey, what's this? Mr. Sips? Mr. Sips. Mr. Sips. Stupid. Hey everybody. Look at me. I'm Mr. Sips. I'm a stupid red cup with eyes, arms, but no legs. Tradition has it that after winning the March Madness championship, cold frosty beers are served inside with ice. And after consuming those beers of champions, the winning team makes love to one another. David and Leverett, boy, that must have been a sight. Wow, now that must have been a night to remember. Yes, I was standing amongst greatness. There, on the wall just above the trophies, were all the pictures of everyone who's ever won DSR of the Year. Men like Terry the Tiger David, Rick Butts, and the Boring triplets. But I had to get on with what brought me here, to interview the genius behind March Madness, the great Tom Wald. I have aspired to be like him ever since I could remember, and I could barely control myself. But I am a professional. I think it was, you look familiar. What did you do before you were Tommy T-Bone? Well, before this, I was a loan shark. Piano mover, loan shark. I used to, piano mover. I used to be a loan shark, and then I had to repossess a piano from a gentleman. It was on the 5th floor, no elevator. Took me all day, but I found out I was really good at it, so I went into business for myself, being a piano mover. Then Tommy T-Bone after that. I just had to get together with you, just had to pick your brain. The genius behind March Madness, you are it. How did it come about? I was looking for a way to incorporate the TOBA organization products into a promotion so that we could, exclusively promote items that we make. And, if you don't mind me saying, you are a sexy man. Man, do you work out? I do a lot of butt flexes, constantly. In fact, I'm doing them right now. As we talked, I knew I was talking to an accomplished professional. He was a $1 million producer, won outstanding sales performance, graduated from advanced sales training, and he was the greatest point guard from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota ever to play for the Huskers. Heck, he even won the Wald Olympics in 2008. And as we talked about advanced marketing strategies, I couldn't help but think to myself, here are two giants in their respective fields, sharing ideas and bouncing best practices off one another. I was jacked, motivated to tell this story because America needs to know about the madness. So off I went, determined to tell the truth, to bring March Madness to the forefront of the American conscience. And as I go, I will be traveling in style, as the great Tom Wald insisted I drive off in an official Thompson Company sales car. Ah, yes, to be one of them, just for a day. Priceless.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is
Making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
On the road again.
On the road
Going places
again.
that I've never been.
I just can't wait to get on the
Seeing things
road
that I may never see
again.
again.
Life I
I
love
can't
is
wait to
making
get on the
music
road
with my
again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again.
My first stop would be Variety Foods, located in sunny Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the northernmost business in the TOBA global financial juggernaut, home to 10 outstanding sales reps, nay, gladiators of March Madness. Today, I will interview two of these gladiators, Mr. Goodwrench and the Produce Pimp. Besides being the home of DSR of the Year, Craig Margulies, Variety Foods also produces specialty cut fresh produce that all TOBA sales reps can sell during the promotion and score buckets. 5 cases of a 10-pound produce equals 1 basket.
All right, okay.
I am here with the Walter Parks, last year's runner-up to MVP in March Madness number 4. As we approach March Madness 5, Walter, they call you the Produce Pimp, and word has it that you are running an illegal pimping operation for produce. What do you have to say about this?
I don't know anything about it.
You're denying being called the Produce Pimp.
I wouldn't deny being the produce pimp.
How do you explain the legions of people in the United States purchasing produce from you when this has, generally speaking, been a state contest?
Well, you just gotta ask. They're there, they'll buy.
Last year you sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 cases of produce.
Please, God, say something.
How do you do it?
Anything.
Just ask.
What a riveting conversation so far.
As I spoke with the Produce Pimp, I suddenly realized that if words were cases sold in March Madness, then he would most assuredly be out in the first round. I found that most sales reps on my tour were not particularly interested in antagonizing players from the opposing teams, so this was going to take all of my advanced training in field interviews. I was going to have to draw them out with reverse psychology and humor.
All-time March Madness play, he is undefeated at 3-0, the only player to be undefeated at 3-0. How does it feel to have a big target on your back this year?
It feels just great. Can't wait.
Can't wait. And he is, of course, the power forward of the team. He is teamed up with Rick Butts. Tell me, when you found out that you were teamed up with Butts again, the first thought that came through your mind is, how the hell can anybody have a last name of Butts and still be alive? I mean Butts!
It's Butts. And Butts is going to have to come through.
Now
He's
this
gonna have to do
interview
it.
is going much
So you
better.
two last year won.
On the road I go again. I was born to run. Next stop, the reason March Madness was created in the first place, Bronger Foods.
Looking out at the road rushing under my wheel. Looking back at the years gone by like so many summer fields. 65, I was 17, running up on one. I don't know where I'm running now, I'm just running on.
Interview number 3 is with the head honcho of Bronger Foods himself, Bob Wald. He's the captain of the ship. At his helm, Bronger has become one of the most profitable divisions in the TOBA organization. He's so good, in fact, that his father calls him the favorite son. How great is your brother?
Oh, Tom?
Yes.
He's great. Tommy T-Bone loves him, right? Is that what you said?
Serious note, what do you guys do to gear up for a promotion like this?
Yeah, we've been going and cutting meat already, so we've been doing that since January, getting ready for this. It's a lot of work, and our guys like it. It's a huge generator of production pounds for us here at Bronger, and it's the greatest thing that's happened to us here since I've been here. I think it's great all the way around.
Yeah.
I hope everyone does good, as long as they are selling tons of Bronger stuff.
Another tremendous interview in the bag. Peabody Award, here I come.
Okay. It is really important to stay in great shape in this job because, as you can see, I've been waiting for hours to talk to Special K Bob Comas. And if you're not alert and just ready at all times, you might miss your opportunity. And it's important to stay in shape the entire time, too. I work out 7-8 hours a day, a lot of crunchers. I eat all the right foods. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't constantly monitor what goes in your body, then it's all poison. And it's very important that you, you know, have a healthy lifestyle. So, I mean, you might miss every. Oh God, darn it, Bob! Bob! Tommy T-Bone, March Madness 5. Can I get an interview? Sure. All right, come on out.
It is important to remember that these people are trained sales professionals, perhaps the best in the world, not public speakers. It's my job to make them look like they are.
Okay, what's your game plan this year? How are you going to rise to the prominence that you had in March Madness 1 and 2?
I am just going to give it my all. I'm going to talk to every customer, and it's just steaks, steaks, steaks. And a little DI for you, Johnny boy. You can sell a little DI.
Shoot some three-pointers then.
Dang betcha.
From the mouths of babes, Special K Bob Comas. Thank you very much. All right, buddy. Thank you.
My next interview was with one of the greatest players in March Madness history. If they ever retire a jersey or induct a player into March Madness Hall of Fame, it would be Mike Money McLaughlin. He's so good, in fact, in 2007, he was on a team all by himself and still almost won. On top of that, he's a world-class trash talker.
Nick, well, no comment. No comment, Nick.
Produce Walter Parks, the produce pimp at Variety Foods, also said that you look terrible in a pair of assless chaps, and that there's no way that you're going to win MVP this year because that's his.
What can I say to that? I don't recall wearing those in front of you.
Man, this guy is tough. He maintains the same rigid discipline that has made him the most prolific scorer the game has ever seen.
The heck is that? Ah. And you guys don't say anything? Huh? Who does this? Ah, man. What? No, I told you. I no longer wear the chicken suit. I will make an appearance, but don't put me in that suit again. I am not going to go to a kid's bar mitzvah. No. Tommy T-Bone does not do bar mitzvahs. I don't do bar mitzvahs. Arr! What kind of manager are you?
Even when I make jokes about liberals, most of them come true. Therefore, it's a good bet. Starting off as pool. It won't be long before we're going to start forgiving loans on automobiles.
Delhi International is important on this tour for 3 reasons. 1, all DI products are worth 3 points. 2, Howard Dean is chairman of the DNC and is using it as a front for his left-wing agenda. And 3, they love the bone.
The bone has arrived.
Tom, good to see you.
Thanks for your time.
I'm sure you've had a long, hard trip. Got time for a bump? Here's to your health. Maybe later. Cuervo! I always took you for a tequila man, Tommy.
We're about ready to tour the Deli International facilities here, where great garlic breads and pizzas and dog bones are created.
Hey, wait a minute. You gotta get a hairnet on that thing. Oh, man.
See you guys next year. God bless. Another successful interview. It is hard work being adored like that. But you just got to take it with a grain of salt and don't let it get to you. Don't let it get inside you. Don't let it corrupt you. But the fame, you know, it's addictive, but I let it wash off me. You know, I'm not fazed by it.
Only one more interview to go. Last year's MVP of March Madness, Nick Cool. I am jacked.
That's right.
You think a little snow is gonna stop Tommy T-Bone? Huh? Huh? You think I'm scared of a little snow? Bring it! Bring it! Boy, this weather is awesome. I'm so glad I decided to take this weekend to do this tour.
Even though he achieved instant fame and fortune for his 2008 MVP for March Madness, Nick was kind enough to meet me during a blizzard and guide me to his house for the interview. Nick lives in Columbus. The town was named that because it was the first town Christopher Columbus went through on his way to discovering America. Different format. You're pooled up. You're going against the Duke Bob Earl and free ball Travis Freeman in the first round. What do you think? How's it going to go down?
Well, you know, I got some things in the background again. I'm talking to my man up in Creston. I think we're going to do all right. I think we're going to pull out. We're going to pull her out.
Going to do okay.
Yeah.
So can you win MVP again this year?
It's going to be tough, but I think I can. I really think I can.
By the way, I know I didn't show it here, but there's a 10-minute expletive-laced tirade that Nick Cool went on where he promised to win MVP again this year. You just have to trust me. So back to Grand Island I go to bring this whole thing to a close.
Here I am again, back where it all started, when we started this tour a few days ago, bringing to you the amazing people of the TOBA organization and their story about March Madness 5, March Madness 2009. Will you be the next MVP of March Madness? Tommy T-Bone. Out of here. Ah!